stress, pressure, expectation, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the single back. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line. I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
On the move, it's Anger. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Suggs. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Complete downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. This matchup, 2 teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Well, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff. And I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them, like, hey, we're the best in the country.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Unloads quickly. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field. Because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The hand to the running back. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Back to throw, it's Matthews. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock it.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When your run game's working like this early in the game, man, it makes everything so easy. And after big runs like that, watch for this offense to come back and attack some play action down the field.
NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Lost a throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll go up top on second and short. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Makes the grab. It's Anger. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. It'll be a draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends.
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Anger. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Landry. Bringing the heat. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first.
He's got it! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And how about the communication by the big fellas up front? Picking up that blitz, QB wasn't even close to being touched. That was as pristine a pocket as you will see.
The Cardinals are marching down the field. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road, potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Matthews. With the catch, it's Barlow. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's one the defender would love to have back. Great coverage there on the corner route. That's a 50-50 ball. He just has to do a better job high-pointing it at the top. The receiver beat him to the ball and made a big play.
Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work. To
the ground with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move this sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Cardinals have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Cardinals. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Running to Green. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Matthews. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Looking for room. It's Gibbs. Heading to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Landry. Tosses it incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Falls in the deep ball. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first. Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. To throw, it's Matthews. Snagged out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. NC State going up tempo. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They want to throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Holds it in down the sideline. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cardinals will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking for a physical attack for the gun. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for a man. It's Matthews. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He'll start this drive firing. He'll take the deep shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Gonna let it fly. Reels it in down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Past the first down marker and still running. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to pass, it's Matthews. Quarterback extends the play. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Looking for room, it's Gibbs. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Gibbs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Looking downfield, it's Matthews. That's caught. It's Bridges. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Got it in the middle. It's Otis. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Landry. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Back to throw, it's Matthews. Got the quick pass. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Power football with the run. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a for 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to ride this running back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
42, 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they're looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Using his legs, it's Gibbs. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over. Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
hits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Florida State is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 23 to Pittsburgh. Any big changes in this ACC?
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Wants to throw. It's Landry. Here comes the heat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On third down, he drops to throw. Safe completion on the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Cardinals in the hurry-up. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense. And this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give to the fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. You want to impress the committee? This is the way to do it. Show a powerful running game, beat a higher-ranked team, and prove that you ought to be really close to the top of the rankings.
Yeah, and if you can run on them, I mean, I believe in this run unit versus anybody. And proving that late in the year when the weather changes, man, the physical ground game means a lot. This team proving and making a case, Palmer, why they can climb up the rankings.
Yeah, David, they just looked like they wanted it more. And they knew coming into this one they were going to have to be great at the point of attack. They were able to turn around, hand it off, and get it done on the ground. This bodes so well for them moving forward if, in fact, they reach the playoff.